Hi everyone, my name is Cecily. Welcome to my channel, The Lover's Astro and Tarot. This reading is for anyone whose sun, moon, or ascendant is in the artistic sign of Pisces. How you doing, Pisces? So the first card that you received this month is actually the Ace of Swords. Now the Ace of Swords, when we talk about romance and we put swords together, usually it's not a good mix. But the Ace is actually a great card. It talks about you really being at a point in your relationship where communication is key and where you're going to be able to establish a really good rapport and be able to talk about the things that you really desire this month. Open up and share what's really on your mind, what your hopes are for the future. And not only that, but it's about making really strong decisions, getting to a place where you guys might decide to go on a trip together or do something together that's of value to each other, or you guys might decide to communicate with each other on a new level. Your talks might go from, hey, how you doing? Let's go out, let's have fun, to, oh wow, okay, this is what's really going on with me. These are my real feelings. And it might just penetrate you to a deeper level than it ever has before. If you're in a relationship, there's usually some sort of decision that's coming, something that will allow you to take your relationship to a place it hasn't been before. You guys might decide to do something big together, to move in together, but there's usually something there, some sort of expectation in the first week that will be met. Now, the second week, the card that you received is actually the Seven of Pentacles or the Seven of Discs. Now, on the card, I want to address this because it says failure. Now, in the traditional Rider-Waite deck, the card is actually about looking at your harvest and trying to decide how you can do things better. So I would say this card romantically is about reassessment. And every failure is only a temporary failure. So we're always going to have to get to a place where when we feel like we failed, the next thing we have to do is reassess. So I'd like to replace that word, and I'll use that instead. Now, that could mean that somebody is going to let you down. The second week of February has a lot to do romantically with Valentine's Day and really high expectations, or feeling like things aren't going your way if you're single, and sometimes you'll want somebody to reach out to you, or there'll be something that just didn't go your way the second week that you're going to have to kind of rethink and really understand that, it's okay if things didn't go your way, because you're still at your best. You're still the best that you can be. And the seven is also something that I would like to say is, with it being about your harvest, it means that you put in a lot of hard work, Pisces. It means you put in a lot of work for things to go the right way, and you feel like they didn't come out as good as they should have. But that connects to the third week. The third week has a lot to do with us getting what we want, us getting our desires. So this is the Four of Cups. Now, the Four of Cups is about us having everything we could possibly want. And on top of that, we're getting even more than that. But what I will say is there's a slight caveat to this card. Even though it's luxury and that sounds so grandiose and wonderful to actually experience, the big thing about it is it has to come with a certain type of appreciation. And with the Four of Cups, it says that the appreciation for what you're doing in your relationship, what you're doing for yourself, what your partner is doing for you. Maybe you don't feel appreciated, Pisces. Maybe you're at a place in your relationship where somebody isn't appreciating you as much as they should have. Maybe you feel like you're being taken for granted. Especially like this is the week after Valentine's Day. This is the week of Valentine's Day. So what I would really say is some of you are going to be let down, and you're going to feel like, okay, I'm alone, or I'm not in that place where I really wanted to be with the person that I want to be with, or there's something there. And then you move into this third week and you're in a place where you're like, okay, well, they've finally come back around again. They're giving me everything I want, but I just can't appreciate it because they hurt my feelings too much before. Or you're in a place where you're like, okay, I'm getting everything that I want, or you're working really hard for them actually, and they're not in a place of appreciation. So it's going to be different for each Pisces, but it's definitely a feeling of appreciation and validation, which is going to be really important in that third week. Now, the fourth week is actually a court card, and it's the Princess of Discs, or the Page of Pentacles. Now, looking at this as a person who's walking into your life, people that are single, this is a really big deal because whenever you get a Pentacles person, now it usually represents an earth sign, a Capricorn, a Taurus, a Virgo. But more importantly, it's really about stability. It's about security. It's about feeling like you can count on someone. And that's really, really important in a relationship. So the only thing that I would say is this person is somebody that's good for you, has good intentions. But even in their own security, in their own ability to take care of themselves, they're going to be able to stabilize you, which is a great thing for Pisces. You know, having that sort of earth to shape your water is a great thing. But you're also going to want to recognize that this is a very young earth. Compare it to molten lava, that is just being formed into earth. It's not something that's solid. It's not rock. It's not, really got its bearings yet. So it's still kind of flexible, and it's still at a place where you're going to be able to mold it, because it might be somebody younger than you. It might be somebody who is entering into your life that is just really getting to a place where they know who they are themselves. So take that into account, Pisces. But this is somebody that's good for you, has good intentions, really wants to be there, but their feelings aren't going to be the easiest to open up. So be aware of that as well. Now, I just want to say, Pisces, this is going to be a good month for you. So I would just kind of relax and take that second week kind of slow. Don't overthink it too much. Go with the flow, because the last part of the month is going to be really good. If you're single, you have somebody coming in, most likely that's an earth sign, so keep your eyes open for that. And if you're in a relationship, this can be a behavior of your partner or behavior of yourself. You might be at a place where you just feel more grounded, Pisces, towards the end of the month, and you're just kind of in a place where you're going to think about stability over, ego or all the other things that could possibly get in your way romantically this month with that 7 of Discs. So good luck to you guys, and I'll see you next month. Bye, guys.